Welcome to Married to an Angel, where we share the principles for an angelic marriage. Here is Reverend Dr. Stephen and Reverend Lorna Mendoza.
Welcome to Married to an Angel. I'm so glad that you can tune in with us today. The weather is quite nice for couples to cozy up and, to really be indoors. So I really hope that, you are together right now and giving warmth to each other because, the weather is calling for warmth. So I want to thank you for tuning in with us today. And we really want to have a nice time with you. Okay, Stephen?
So I'm hoping it rains tonight. If that is, the kind of encouragement that you are getting. It is a privilege to be in your presence. And I know some of you who have been looking at us now, you may be in the desert while we in the tropics here having nice rainy weather, a season of rain. But we are glad, really, really glad to be in your presence. Take what I tell you. Today, I promised that I would shout out, Lorna, we would shout out some of you who encourage us.
Yes.
You take time to send a text, you take time to send encouraging words. And so we want to...
Anne-Marie Sargent.
Anne-Marie Parejo.
Then we have Diane Ramdas.
We have Amanda Cummings, yes.
And Mrs. Leaking.
Mrs. Leaking. So
right.
We shout out you today, and next time we'll shout out some others.
Yes.
Again, thank you so, so much. And one of you would have asked when the book is coming out. Well, we had a book and it's now in its second edition. So we are hopefully in the first quarter of next year, we should be getting Principles of Angelic Marriage revised. And you should be getting also, like as it were, a handbook for the men.
Yes.
How to love your wife. Love made easy.
And respect.
And respect made easy. Yes. Some of you find it so hard to respect your husband. Hello, we have it down packed for you.
Yes.
So that you
to
can...
make it easier for you.
To make it easy.
Yes.
Of course, I know you would definitely want to read the bigger book that will help towards, make it then you understand. But some people just like shortcut. So we have it for the shortcut people and we have it for the long cut people. So many have short course and long course. So we have things just in the summarized version also.
Yes.
So we are continuing on temperament, that innate, inborn character and personality that was given by God.
Yes.
And we are saying that there are 5 temperament characteristics. We're saying, there's really... Melancholic, yeah.
We had, last week, we spoke about...
There is the sanguine.
Right.
There is the choleric.
Supine.
Yes.
Phlegmatic.
Yes, you forget. Thank you. Phlegmatic.
Yes.
So we are going to talk today about the choleric. Now, when you think about choleric, you think about a type of acidic, something that could be caustic and acidic, like chlorine. Chlorine is, as much as it is a purifier, it is a very, very strong acid. People may not know how strong chlorine is, So let's get into the choleric temperament.
The positive dominant attribute epitomizes self-discipline. He is strong-willed, practicality, and aggression.
So this is what you will see in this person. They would epitomize self-discipline, strong-will, practicality, aggression. So for them, if it's not practical, it's not worth it. They show everything for them must make sense. Everything for them have some level of practicality. They say, this is not practical. So if it's not practical, they don't like to do that. And they are aggressive towards getting things done. They thrive on being aggressive.
They're extremely focused and driven on the project at hand. So when he or she sets his mind or her mind to do something, they never gives up.
Right. So they don't give up because that is how they made it. They are very, very focused. This person sometimes wouldn't even sleep until they get this project done. You'll hear them saying, or the wife might call him, John, it's 10 o'clock. Okay, I'm coming just now.
Right.
Not until 4 hours she's sleeping, children, all that thing, because what happened?
He's still up.
He is still doing the work. He's
Yes.
very focused. He doesn't stop until it gets done.
Right.
So when this person set the mind to do something, it have nothing like, well, it ain't gonna work. He cannot sleep if it doesn't work. You know, he doesn't give up on anything.
Wow.
So challenges for this person is not daunting or discouraging. Might even get excited.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Yes, to get this thing done.
Yes. His practical approach to life makes him a great troubleshooter, as he can make decisions quickly that would get the wheels rolling again. So, consequently, everything he does or buys is examined through the lens of utility and practicality.
So because he has this practical approach on life,
He can solve problems.
he can solve problems.
Quickly,
So when he
yes.
cannot get things done, he'll break it down into different compartments and
Right.
say, okay, well, let's check so.
Okay.
If it is not this, then it has to be this. If it is not either those, it has to be this. So he's good for troubleshooting, make quick decisions.
Right.
After get anything done, they just, and I'm talking about good decisions, Good decisions, meaning they could just see that like as it was straight through a line through the answer, and now for now they make a quick decision. You know, some people take very long to make
Yes.
decisions, and they have to hear what this one others say and hear what this one others say. It is not that this person is not democratic, you know. They already have the answer in their mind. So sometimes they just being kind to let people talk, and they listen to you. Okay. All right. So we are going to do so, and meeting done. So instead of talking, and I getting nothing done, this person could hold a very important meeting in 1 hour and arrive at 5 or 6 decisions. And there are people who would have hold one meeting in 1 hour and get nothing done, no decision.
So you can also say, if you have to come up with a decision, he comes up quickly with that decision.
Yes, because again, he's very practical, the way he sees things. This is the only way it can be done. I don't see why we should even talk about so and so. That's not practical and making sense.
Okay.
That's the heavy theory. Okay, you got hush him out there. That is and they could shut up people who they find are not practical.
Okay.
So they're not like how you feel. Hey, they're practical.
Okay.
You're feeling so, but they're not practical. So let's forget it. You know, it's kind of, they just talk like that. Let's forget it, bro. This is the
Okay.
only way. So for
Okay.
them, you know, if you're not strong-willed like them, they
emotionally
they
strong.
will say this is the only way. They will put it to you, the only way is this. Of course, there are other solutions, but because they come off so strong, people allow them to just go ahead with their own way because they can be very intimidating. Even if
Sure.
they buy something, as I
Right,
say, even if
yes.
it's to buy something, they're not buying something that have of no good use. So you say, oh this is
boy.
real nice.
Yeah.
You say, but we're going to do
How will
with
that
it.
benefit you?
Yes.
How will that benefit us?
What are you going to do with that? Let me hear it. No, well, it's just not, no, it's just nice. When you buy something just nice.
But Stephen, I'm really and truly a person who is married to a choleric. I think they would not want to share information about purchasing things, because if they would examine everything, and sometimes they may even shoot down the idea or shoot down the thought, sometimes they may not want to share that information about buying things. So some people may just go out and buy something and then come home and present it. And
And take the talk.
and take the talk, yes.
Because, well, everybody find a way to survive, you know. Let me tell you something. There are women who live in with choleric men. There are men who live in with choleric women, right? So remember, this is not sin, you know. This is just character, personality.
yes.
So you could find a way sometimes to go around these certain people.
Yes.
And in that same way, according to you, well, I just find it will look nice hanging up there. And for he find the money could have been used a different way. So according to you, I will take the talk and hang it up. While I hang it up, I'm taking the talk. You know.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
I think some women operate like that.
Well, you had to find, again, as I say, you had to find a way to work with people. You know the husband that you're married to, you know the wife you're married to. Or even in this case, as you say, premarital, you know the person that you want to get married to and you're seeing certain tendencies. You now have to find a way to know how to work around this person. Because
Right.
not that this person is evil, not this person is bad. This is just how this person is. They have been given the lens of practicality and utility, so they don't buy things that doesn't make sense.
Yes,
I take, for example, I remember when we wanted to put an elevator in church here. And we got all the estimates and everything, and that estimate was expensive. That was about over $400,000 to install. And then the practical question was, how many people would be using it?
Right.
It's just two stories. We were thinking about the old people. So the question was asked, how many old people do you have?
Right. Yeah.
So when they can analyze a little bit of old people compared to the young people, and they're going to invest over $400,000 just to bring up a few old people on, and it became a practical decision, as was suggested by someone from the level of practicality, to just put one of these automatic chairs,
Right.
which was only $25,000,
Yes, and
which was about 1/16 of the cost.
true. Yes, and how many people use it?
Again, little. So compared, we would have spent $400,000 for old people and dead people, because dead, you gotta use it nice to bring in a casket. If it would be that big, even
If
so,
it would be, yeah.
if it would have been that big. So, so practicality make you make wiser decisions than just, sometimes exploring all the ideas. Some people say, why even exploring that? It's not making sense.
Yeah.
But that practical person can see off the bat it's not making sense, while others want you to discuss everything. Once it's on the table, they find they should discuss whether it's practical, yes or no. So the opposite of that, of course, is a person who just have 100 different other permutations, because this person just likes to talk about, we should at least dot all the I's, cover it, and then you still come back to the thing that is practical.
He is not easily moved nor wavers under pressure. Once he holds an opinion, his resolve and convictions are usually well entrenched.
Well, based on the things I said before, you can understand this person already, right? So this person
does not change his mind easily.
Doesn't change his mind
If he's strong-headed and he makes up his mind, this is where we are going, it is not easy to change his mind.
Because he'll come and say, show me something that is better, that you have better than what I tell you. Let me hear what you have that is better than what I suggested. And if you say, no, well, we just consider it. He said, no, I don't hear, just consider it. Is it better? If it is not better than what I suggested, then why are we even talking about it? Well, according to this, you understand? He's entrenched, he's fixed. Because as far as he sees, I am convinced that what I'm saying is wise, what I'm saying is practical, what I'm saying is useful. You are just talking about what if and what if and what if this one come, and what if your mommy lie down. What if you say that is not practical? So all these kind of questions that a person may not talk, and mommy coming to spend some time with us. And so he may ask which bedroom, and you might want to put the bedroom upstairs for mommy to say. And he said, but that's not practical. Your mother is 88 years old. Why is she going upstairs? Why don't fix the room downstairs for her? He may talk something practical like that, when you might just want to give your mommy probably the best bedroom that they had, because you're so glad your mommy coming to stay by you. But that bedroom was hard. So every time she reached 3 flights of stairs, you had to stop. Had to take had to put on a respirator thing like that, get oxygen tank, and say, ma, it's only 5 more flights of these that are going on. And she, okay, doctor, I want to tell you, this is what she want to tell you, this is not practical, so.
Okay.
So, this person is not easily moved because, again,
He's
this
well
is a very
established,
practical
yes,
person. Yes.
firmly established. Leadership is natural to the choleric person. His strong and dominant personality usually causes others to follow. He may even apply or volunteer for the position of leadership.
Yes. And we do need strong leaders. In fact, most countries that have done great in things is because they have had some strong choleric leaders. We were looking at the other day at Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah.
And she's a choleric.
Yeah.
And you see her dominant personality. She didn't even have a woman in the cabinet. And none of those men could I get her to bend. They call her the Iron Lady.
Yes.
Now, if a man was doing the same thing, we wouldn't even call he Iron Man. But, if a woman at least come up to match all these men in the cabinet, she's called the Iron Lady, but she was strong, she was choleric. Men like Hitler, they were choleric, not because Trump was choleric, because they have strong, dominant personality. They could make decisions quick, get things done. It's you do so. And next, what else are you talking about?
Well, you can see it's easier. It's really easy to identify a choleric person.
It is.
So even in the book, when you said he may even apply or volunteer for the position of leader. So it is easy to put him in that position because of his character, his
Strong
personality.
personality.
Right, personality.
So you may just look at certain children who could command and make things happen.
Yes.
Those are the ones you tend to pull forward, and they gravitate so quickly to the front for leadership. Sometimes they even volunteer, but you see how they're able to make
so
things
it's easy
happen.
to identify that person
People
as
flock
a
around
leader.
them. Yes,
Correct.
yes. So you're only hoping this choleric person is a person of good influence.
Yes.
Because it's the same way leadership is leadership. You have bad people who are choleric in gangs and things like that, and they are really ruthless
Quite
people
true.
and things like that, you know?
Quite true.
In fact, in a lot of these gangs, they are a lot of choleric, and you see how they deal with issues and how brutal they can be.
So, he or she is not deterred by the opinions of others. They would go it alone if necessary. Adversity propels and fuels their appetite to succeed.
So you tell them they can't do something, man,
They'll leave you behind.
You just put nitro in there for them, boy. They will just show you.
I can do this. With or without you.
With or without you. You don't need to come. I tell you, I getting it done. There's a saying, for those who say it couldn't be done.
True.
So the choleric is a person who don't feel because you are coming against them, you will break their zeal. In fact, you just gave them vitamins there. You coming against a choleric, you say, okay, I'm glad I have so and so.
And they are not discouraged or affected by your negativity or what you may have to say. Not at all. They are not affected at all.
They're not affected. They're moving forward. They are moving forward, but they will show you, I don't really need you to come. I ask you to come, but I don't really need you to come. I'll get this done.
Yes.
Because that's the kind of person they are.
He or she is an achiever and usually does well financially. Can also be a workaholic because they must complete the project at hand.
And you can see why they will do well financially, because they are achievers. They like to get things done.
Yes.
That's why they make good businessmen. That's why we can see Trump is a billionaire. That's why we can see certain people, they like to get things done. They really work hard.
Right.
And because they work practical, they don't spend bad money. You understand? So where they spend their money is to bring some good investment. So their child is coming, Daddy, I want $100. And you say, for what? And the child stop right there. I mean, have a forward that you have plenty of money. And not because I have plenty of money, you will get $100. For what? So this is the practicality aspect of them. You need to know how to use money, son. They come off very strong. You need to go and work. You want this $100? Go and move so-and-so. Go and work and come back and you'll get the $100. So from early, they will teach your children how to work
hard to achieve. Yes.
Don't just come and expecting things to drop in your lap easily because you ask for it. No, you have to work hard.
Yeah.
And so that's why I say they can even be a workaholic, because they just believe in working hard.
Has a passion for adventure and so may leave a sound and proven base or job and venture on to new horizons. So it's easy. They are not attached to anything at all.
Yes.
Or new things excites them.
And so they can get bored.
Yes,
They can get bored with a very strong position. But you see, this venturing into new horizon excites them. I like the word they use, because it makes them try to conquer, to dominate things that probably they have some fears.
Right.
And it is not them to let anything conquer them, so they will even go and conquer their fears.
Right.
They will do things that they say, and sometimes they die and they say, no, I have to go. I have to move on. They get sick probably on trying to get to achieve some new things. They'll say, not even sickness will stop me. And there are people like that.
Yeah.
This kind of temperament to go and to achieve no matter what happens. And so people might just find they live in this cushy, comfortable, secure job, but it doesn't satisfy this person.
Yeah. They're open, honest, and does not like to see injustices being done to others.
Yes. So very straightforward. You
Yeah.
know, when they see something, they call it out for what it is.
Yeah.
They are the ones who really stand up for people. They are the ones who can take whatever the lawyers or politicians send for them. If they find that the laws that they are enacting are wrong laws, they can come and make issues and these things, and they are not afraid.
Right.
You know, sometimes when you're coming against the powers that be, they try to make you look badly.
Right.
And for this person, that doesn't faze them. They will stand up and they will defend the poor. They will defend
Right.
anybody to whom they believe injustice is being meted out.
So many choleric women and men hold significant careers. This is mainly due to the high level of productivity and achievement.
And this is very understandable to see. You'll see them in a lot of leadership. You'll see them in running countries, as I say, or gangs. But you know, we do have them in homes, we do have them in churches.
Oh yes, oh yes.
We do have them around.
Oh,
And
yes.
these people, as I say, they can really get things done. The thing is just a kind of to temper them, but you really like that person on your team. And very quickly, another person may be the leader, and it is not uncommon to see the leader referring to that person and asking them and say, well, you do it now, because that person is such strong and dominant in their views.
And so now we want to move to the negative, less dominant attributes of the choleric. So if one describes humility as being emotionally strong, then the choleric is very weak emotionally. They're extremely hostile people, erupting and spewing balls of furious anger when someone aggravates them. Violence is always a possibility for them. If these traits are not brought into subjection as a child through discipline, then they develop intimidating and destructive patterns for life.
My. So as much as we say this person is strong getting things done, the person is not a humble person.
Right.
So when Christianity value humility. The scripture tell you, you have to be humble under the mighty hand of God. He'll exalt you in due season. Blessed be the humble, kind of thing. This person can hand that. This is a real tough thing for this person.
When we were talking before about the positive side, of course, I didn't see much emotions in that individual.
Yeah, because he's just an achiever.
Exactly.
But in doing that, he can become hostile. He can rough up people,
Right.
say hurtful things, and his spouse or her spouse might be scared.
Yeah.
Might be scared
Yes.
because they never know if the person may hit, because they are
Right.
threatening. You see, they are
Yes.
threatening, and as I say now, you are already seeing a little child sometimes displaying these qualities, and as I say, from small you have to bring this under subjection through discipline.
Yes.
Because that means this. From kindergarten, you see children with these type of temperament already,
Yes.
and who want to control and who take in the next one toy and who will bite them for the toy and all kind of thing like that. So
True.
those things have to be brought under control
Yes.
as early as possible.
He does not like to cry, nor likes to see others shed tears.
Well, as you mentioned, emotions.
They're not emotional.
They're not emotional. Right? To them, if humility is weakness, well, then crying is even more
Oh
weak.
boy, yes,
Do
that
well,
would be like that, Yeah, you're not a
crying
man.
for, you're not a man,
Yeah.
The-
Men
the-
don't
the
cry.
sons go
Strong
through
men
thing
don't
and they-
cry. You're
they'll
weak.
shake up the
Considered
sun.
a weak. You're weak if
Yeah.
you're crying. Yes.
So the boys will grow up like that. You don't cry. You hear
You're
what I'm saying?
mama's boy.
Okay,
Stop being a mama's boy.
So you will get that, and then you'll
hiding
also
behind your mother's skirt.
right, and you would also, in the case of a woman, she might also be such a, I don't use the word callous, but again, her heart, it wouldn't be don't crying as a lady. You will associate crying with ladies, but this woman ain't crying for nothing. She firm.
Wow.
She firm, and man, boy, talking to him rough and all kind of things like that, and can't understand. Oh God, why he cries as a man? But why you scared? You crying for? She might even rough him up and say, "I can't handle this." You are the man crying, and yeah, and that's personality, and as you mentioned. So she only like to see nobody cry, and so much more to see a man cry.
Exactly.
She could lose respect for him.
Yes,
See?
definitely.
Yeah.
That because he in himself, he's not strong. So
Well, he might be emotional. That doesn't mean crying mean that you're weak, but from the choleric, that's how they interpret it.
He knows that others are afraid of him and thus may take pleasure in causing pain with caustic remarks and violent outbursts. He may grunt as a warning sign just to get what he wants.
Yes, so, I mean, some people are playing that they know certain people are afraid of them. So when they're bouncing there, all they do is sometimes just give it the eye. They just give you the eye.
Yes.
And you feeling as though you want to wet yourself because, you know, this person that's coming at you like that. And they have a type of personality, a type of spirit, a type of aura that when they are in the room, everybody quiet. Even if you disagree with them. You know, I remember sitting under a person who have this temperament and lead, and I remember this person in leadership, and he was in error. When they show him where he's there, he said, "What in error? I'm the president." So, the president doesn't be wrong. You know, so when you see this type of temperament,
yes,
you know, you yourself have to become an assertive person and say, president or no president, what you said is wrong.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't line up. They normally back down if you can come and show that you have to show that you have a better point. You have to, as I say, they are practical people. So if you cannot show that what you have is better than them, they will not back down. And as I'm saying, they might even be very caustic to try to get you to hush your mouth. They might insult you. They might hurt you. They might embarrass you. They might, as I say, grunt, you know, like a dog gnawing, something like that. You watch a dog over his food and somebody just put a hand and they start to growl.
Right.
Some of them like that, they're growling. They're just sending out these warning signals. Don't cross me. Don't cross me. You know? That is what the choleric gives out.
Wow. The spouses of the choleric are usually very afraid of them. Their children are terrified and traumatized by their chopping words and constant abuse.
Yes.
Wow.
And if you add alcohol on top of this.
Well, thank God. I mean, I gotta say thank God for COVID.
No, I'm talking about the medical buy around now.
I know, but
the home, that's why there's so much more domestic violence now, because sometimes they just used to go in the bar and let out the steam.
Yes, now
but now the home.
Boy,
And
yes.
so the wives of a choleric person having them home for so long, that's why some of them are, you know, they say the domestic violence went up. The children are afraid of them. They're so glad when daddy go out. Sometimes they wish, you know, what do you wish for Christmas? That daddy never come back.
Yeah,
some children actually say these kind of things because of the kind of words. We have heard people say those things. I mean, tell them no, because you see, these are sometimes personalities. And so we have to teach people. That's why the word of God, you know, teaches people no matter what temperament that you have, how to speak. Your words must be seasoned with salt, how you must be kind, how you know, the fruit of the Spirit. It will show you all these things and help you. Even so if you find yourself to be a choleric person today, then there are scriptures to help you to tone down, if I had to call it that, and to not to be such an abusive person.
Yeah. So don't expect a public show of romance from Mr. Choleric. His wedding kiss was practically a smack, and repeat performances are triannually. His wife is emotionally starved and finds it difficult to cope.
So, romance, what is romance for?
Oh my God.
Practicality again. Sex is for children.
Oh,
Practicality again. You know, but it has nothing to do with your feelings. So, kiss is something kind of, all it is watch too much shows. It's a kiss. Mwah. I kissed you last year.
Wow.
So, you know, but this person, their wives or their husband are emotionally starved. People don't understand the importance of emotions in a marriage. It is actually when you feed into these emotions is what make people enjoy being around you and things like that, you know? So the choleric, the spouse of the choleric is normally starved of affection.
He makes up his mind quickly without proper analysis of the facts. If the facts prove that his decision was erroneous, he would still hold to his opinion. He may even try to impose his thoughts on others, forcing them to conform to his will. Further to that, Mr. Choleric would not hesitate to adjust the facts and figures to meet the desired objective. For him, the end justifies the means.
Well, this is not so much about Mr. Trump, but because I can tell you he's a choleric, you can see for this election, the fact is that he lost. Is he accepting that as fact up to the day? No, he's not accepting the fact. He is, even though it is proven that what he is saying is erroneous by all his cases being kicked out of the court, he's still saying he's holding to his opinion. Not only that, he has forced people to conform to his will. And there are many people, if you ask them how the election was in America, you never heard before that America used to cheat for elections. Now you're hearing them say that they cheat for elections. Why? Because he's imposing his will on others. And he wouldn't hesitate, as I say, to
adjust the facts.
To adjust the facts. Like recently, he tell the people of Minnesota and he call them Pennsylvania and say, listen, just give me the votes. There's nothing to do about elections. Forget that. The end justifies the means. There are people who are like that. I can talk about him because it is everybody can see what he is in public, and what I'm speaking is public information. But it's the same way there are people who are like that. Even though you prove them to be wrong, they say things like, you could say whatever you want. You could say what you want, you know?
Well, Stephen, we're out of time. We are out of time, and we still have a few more points to
Well, we have
go,
one more. So let's just take this one more.
All right, okay.
The choleric wife, because we have been hearing about the choleric, plenty of the choleric husband. But what about the choleric wife who would not be domesticated?
Everyone, including husband and children, are drilled in the routine and must become self-sufficient to survive, because crying does not invoke sympathy.
So she's a woman, and she's the one who's saying, you have to wash your wares, you have to do this, you have to do it, you have to do that. Don't wake me up. Don't call me. Don't touch me. That. So this person drills everybody and say, wait, what kind of woman do you think I am? In this kitchen, boy, don't
domesticate me. Right. Yes, I am not that kind of person.
I am not that kind of person.
Yes.
So, well, time is up, as my wife said. I just wanted to throw in that one. So do have a very good evening.
Yes.
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift his countenance upon you and give you his peace through Christ our Lord.
Amen. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Married to an Angel, hosted by Reverend Dr. Stephen and Lorna Mendoza. For prayer and counseling, contact us at 304-4145 or email your request to needprayer@ourmissiontt.com. We encourage you to like and follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember, you can be an angel to your spouse.